starting right now?
Come. And go ahead. Go ahead. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael Freer, and I'm the Chief Human Resources Officer here at North Hennepin Community College. It's a real honor to be here. Since I've gotten here, people have kind of looked at me and said, what is that title? They don't really know what it is, so I just refer to myself as Sue Applequist. I'm going to be co-hosting this event with Acting President Lisa Larson, and our President and Interim Vice Chancellor of Academic and Student Affairs, John O'Brien, will also be here saying some remarks. So with that, I'm going to have Acting President Larson come up and give us a greeting.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. How's it going? Good? Excellent. Many of us just came from a beam signing event for the Biosciences and Health Career Center, just a bit over for the college, and we're so excited and we're so happy that you were able to join us here today for this event as well. So I'm thrilled to be part of this celebration, and just so you know, not all colleges and universities take the time to do this. So this is a special event, and I'm so very appreciative to be part of that and to be able to say thank you to many of you today. This event has a long history of recognizing and honoring those that have made a difference, that have had an impact, that have gone above and beyond, that have not given up on an idea, and they've been part of a great effort among a lot of people at this great institution. And we take time today to come together to say thank you for that. Thank you for being part of North Hennepin as a student, a community member, a faculty, or a staff member. You took the initiative and responsibility to create a better place for all of our students, and know that your efforts do and will continue to have a lasting impact. It is our continuing drive to create the best opportunities for students to create the best future for themselves, their families, and their communities. And thank you for making that happen. Where's Mike? Thank you.
This is our 9th annual celebration recognizing integrity, innovation, and excellence in education here at the college. I'd like to congratulate each of the award winners and also thank each one of them for your contribution to the college and as well to our students. The first award that we're going to present tonight is the Presidential Medallion Award to Mr. Ralph Nelson. The Presidential Medallion Award is awarded by the college president to community members who have demonstrated extraordinary service and commitment to the causes of the university and its students. President O'Brien will be making the presentation to Ralph. Ralph and President O'Brien, will you please come forward?
Rolf, come on forward. It's my pleasure to be back and to recognize Rolf today. It's a distinguished crowd you're joining, and maybe at this time I'd like to ask all the previous, when Eldon's done taking his picture, then now if we could have all the previous Medallion Award winners please stand so we could recognize you. It's hard to limit yourself to a few minutes talking about the amazing contribution Rolf has made over the years. His commitment to the betterment of our community, to our state, to our country began at an early age. When he was 17, he enlisted in the United States Army and the Army Reserve, and he was called into active service during the Berlin crisis. After 8 years of service, he was honorably discharged with the rank of Staff Sergeant. After graduating from the University of Minnesota with a law degree, he built his career with the designation of a certified elder law attorney, practicing in the northwest suburbs for over 4 decades. He served in the Minnesota House for 6 years, representing Robbinsdale and Golden Valley, and 4 years in the state Senate, representing New Hope and Plymouth. He probably did an awful lot of good work while he was there, but the thing we remember him most for is passing legislation that created North Hennepin Community College. Along with that, he helped raise funds to purchase the land on which the college is constructed and on which today we're still growing and using that land. In the early 80s, he served on the foundation board for 6 years. Last year, he returned to service to the college, volunteering on the college's Feasibility Study Advisory Committee. He remains a strong financial supporter of the college foundation. And in addition to supporting North Hennepin, Rolf's been active in the North Hennepin Kiwanis Service Club, Robbinsdale JCs, Corcoran's Lions Service Club, Crystal, New Hope, Robbinsdale Rotary Service Club, and so much more. Rolf represents the epitome of a life of service, and are so grateful for all he's done and will continue to do for North Hennepin in the years ahead in service of our students and the work that matters to us so much. So join me in thanking Rolf's wife Phoebe and family for being here, and let's congratulate Rolf Nelson, Presidential Medallion Award winner.
Thank you very much, John. I see John Helling is here as the former president with which I've worked with over the years, and I really consider it an honor to be recognized for some of the things that I have done on behalf of North Hennepin. I first got acquainted with North Hennepin's birth, if you will, in my first session of the serving in the Minnesota legislature at the ripe old age of 25 in 1966. And when we coalesced in terms of the all of those of us who represented the northwest suburban part of Hennepin County, we worked very, very hard to get the bill passed that would create North Hennepin Community College. I don't think it would be hard to understand that there were communities all over the state that were anxious to have the state come and build a college in their midst, and we succeeded in bringing that opportunity to North Hennepin. Now, after doing that, I became a little more familiar with what the ground rules were as far as building a community college in one of our parts of the state of Minnesota. And that was that while the state would come and build the structures and all of the buildings that are necessary to create the college, it was up to the local citizens and local units of government to provide the land. So right after the session was over, I was invited to go and went to a meeting of, don't ask me the name of the committee, but in any event, the fundraising committee to buy the land. And at some course of that building, or in that meeting, I had the temerity to ask, well, how much do we have in our treasury to buy the land? And when they told me they had about $5,500, I said, we've got a lot of work to be done, because the state doesn't give a community a second chance. If the community doesn't respond appropriately, they pull the opportunity back, the college doesn't get built, and then one of those other communities that are all anxious to have it located in their midst have another opportunity, or have another chance at it. Well, long story short is that we went everywhere to raise money for North Hennepin. And everywhere, I mean, we went to every municipal, I went to more city council meetings than I'd ever been to in my life before. Every one of the Northwest Hennepin communities. And we got contributions from most of them. I also even had the opportunity to go, and you've all driven by that big tower where General Mills is headquarters. Would you believe I went into was invited to sit in the CEO's office and talk to him about the money that we needed for North Hennepin, and many, many other companies and people, so much so that some friends of mine, or a friend of mine told me that you have had your hand out so often and so vigorously, Rolf, that you probably are seeing how your friends, when they see you coming cross over on the other side of the street. In any event, the delight is that we reached our goal for securing the money to buy the land that the college now sits on, and the college moved forward. When the institution became viable, if you will, the foundation was formed, I would suspect, almost simultaneously with the college, and I volunteered to be on the board for, I think it was the first 6 years of its existence. In any event, I have enjoyed the relationship for these many years, and have always felt that in my 10 years of service as a legislator, that the creation of North Hennepin Community College and the creation of Metro State, now University, were two of the most, how shall I call it, rewarding accomplishments that I had the privilege of participating in. And I want to again thank you for this recognition, and hope that I can be of service to North Hennepin in the coming years as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ralph. And I'd like to say thank you for allowing me to have two different jobs. Before being at North Hennepin, I was at Metro State, so thank you. The next award that we're going to give out tonight is for the Distinguished Alumni to Mr. Rob Weber. The Distinguished Alumni Award recognizes graduates of North Hennepin Community College who have demonstrated superior achievement of a personal, professional, or civic nature. This year, we are recognized Rob for this award. Rob, will you please come forward, and President O'Brien will again speak about Rob.
You just get to sit there and look uncomfortable. Sorry about that. Rob Weber is a great friend of the college and of education. He's an alumnus of North Hennepin Community College and an owner of NativeX. To me, he's just an inspiring example of what's possible with the power of education, along with the power of imagination and personal will. He was raised by his mother in a home across the street from campus. Which direction? That way? Not very far there.
College Park is that way, right?
Yeah, it gets a little confusing. Living across campus, Rob became a successful entrepreneur at the age of 16, while I was still delivering papers. He was an entrepreneur. He, along with his brothers, launched their first e-marketing business, all while he attended North Hennepin as a PSEO student and worked part-time at McDonald's. During this time at North Hennepin, he was influenced by a few faculty who got him interested in the emerging world of technology. He transferred to St. Cloud State University and received a bachelor's degree in entrepreneurship. By the age of 20, the Weber brothers turned their basement endeavors into a multi-million-dollar business, and Rob was CEO. He saw the enormous potential of advertiser-sponsored content and pivoted the company to capitalize on this trend. The company captured the attention and the money of companies like Google, Yahoo, and Symantec. Along with many, many awards, Rob, along with his twin brother Ryan, shared the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award in 2006. In 2007, he was named to Inc.'s 5,000 CEOs Under 30 list. Last year, Rob circled back to North Hennepin Community College when we were talking about all this energy around mobile applications, the phones in your pocket with those small screens that run apps. Who develops those apps? Well, we talked about creating a program to graduate students who had experience with mobile app development, and Rob came on board to help us develop the courses and do so much to support us in that endeavor, including putting our faculty in contact with his network of developers, which has been tremendously valuable. My favorite part of this story is the blog entry, which I practically laminate to share with legislators and others, in which he said he talked about asking other colleges to develop a program like that, but then he came to North Hennepin, and I believe the phrase was, "We asked, North Hennepin answered." And it shows that although we're unapologetically a community college focused on transfer and all that that means, we're also tremendously responsive to the business world. And we know that our graduates get jobs, and Rob's helping us make sure they get good jobs. Rob has used his standing in the technology field, and he's allowed us to exploit his networks to solicit donations to the foundation to support our students. He believes that supporting colleges goes a long way toward preparing students for tech careers. The first time Jennifer and I met Rob, remember that coffee shop, and it was freezing cold, and we talked about Rob getting on board, and he was very clear. He said, "Well, I'll get involved, but just so you know, I intend to steal and hire your students." And we said, "You did say that." and we said, "That's fine with us." Rob is here with his mother, who's an alumna of the college, and her husband, and Jess, his spouse, and we had a great time at the gala talking about higher education and the difference we make in the lives of our students. And we're here today to congratulate Rob, one of our more successful alumni of the college, and to thank him for all of his contributions. Rob?
Well, thanks everyone. It's a real honor. It means a lot today. I'd like to start with an excerpt from the legendary 49ers coach Bill Walsh from his book, The Score Takes Care of Itself. He passed away a few years ago, but it is football season, and he coached in Silicon Valley, the center of innovation in the world, so I think it's quite appropriate. Making lemonade when you're given lemons is leadership. Making lemonade when you don't have any lemons is great leadership. So let me tell you a brief story about how North Hennepin taught me how to make lemonade. My first North Hennepin experience was, as John mentioned, I grew up, we moved from South Dakota when I was 7 years old and my parents were separated to actually a townhouse in Maple Grove. And, at the time, my mother, Debbie, who's with us today, she basically was a single mother. She had 3 kids, very obnoxious young kids. And we basically, she was working full-time during the day and attending North Hennepin in the evenings. And was, extremely driven. And, later on, she was driven, she had a fire to progress her career. And she chose North Hennepin as the place to, jumpstart her career in a pretty difficult personal situation. And a few years later, so this is in the 80s. In the 90s, my mother remarried. We ended up moving to College Park over here from the townhouse in Maple Grove. And I grew up, here, basically. And, at that time, then my mother moved on to Metro State and then on to, for undergrad and then on to St. Thomas for MBA. And we sort of watched her the whole time, working full-time and continuing her education, throughout these sort of formative years for us. And at the age of 16, when my brother Ryan and I decided to go to post-secondary options and leave Osseo Senior High School early, come here full-time for our junior and senior year, we were quite excited. Let me tell you about the scene back in 1996. The internet was really just exploding. Amazon, eBay, and Yahoo were just the kernels of companies getting off the ground. And, we were 2 nerdy 16-year-old kids hanging out in the old computer lab here. And we took a lot of classes around. Some of the professors that I met, I think, are still here today. I took Professor Kathy Hawkins' psychology class and learned a lot about what motivates people. She was a riot, I gotta say. She still is. Okay, good. I know also, some of the memories. I remember really annoying evening students who had the misfortune of taking probably the only class my twin brother and I took together, which was calculus in the evenings. I think there was about a 20-year gap between us and all the other students, and we're cracking jokes the whole time and getting, every once in a while I was like, shut up, you twins, quiet down over there or whatever. But I do remember that taught us a strong sense of logic that stuck with us. And I think entrepreneurship is a lot about probability and managing risk. And I think that was very influential. And also, I was very inspired by the late Conrad Belfour. I don't know if any of you ever had the pleasure of meeting him. So, it wasn't just English. I really got into writing, in Conrad's class. But also, not just writing, it was leadership. He had these great stories of just leadership that really inspired me. But there was one class above all that really sparked my interest and kind of lit this fire for disruptive technology. And that was Elizabeth Hepburn taught a class called The Whole Internet back in 1996. And it was in the old computer lab. So after taking that class, we created our first sports card website at North Hennepin. We actually shared a $1,000 Chevy Nova, and we would literally wait for each other in between classes in the computer lab. So we spent more time in there than probably at home. And we just started hacking out different internet models, and that's when really a true passion developed. So, I think when we started at North Hennepin, we didn't have any lemons yet. We went because we didn't think we'd have enough money to pay for college, and that's why we went to post-secondary options. When we left North Hennepin, we had lemons. We had the better understanding of how to motivate people from Professor Hawkins, logical thinking from Professor Mays, improved communication skills from Professor Belfour, and the fire to make lemonade from Professor Hepburn, who really stoked our curiosity. And my mother and the strong sport of North Hennepin taught me it was okay to come up with an idea, but not only to come up with the idea for a lemonade stand, but to have the self-confidence to go after it. And it's great to see the continuing progress of North Hennepin to inspire, the next generation of students here. Last year, as John mentioned, we created the certificate in this hot area of mobile app development. And hosted, we actually, as a part of that, we hosted a local user group here, and we got a Mobile Twin Cities, this mobile application user group came to North Hennepin, and I think about 50 students, faculty, and local engineers showed up, and it was a lot of fun. This year, North Hennepin has added an Android development course, which is a really important step. And I think a great example of how North Hennepin can respond, is responding faster than four-year universities in the state that I've seen. So, and then lastly, this year, we're also going to be planning a hackathon here on campus. So we're going to, with this hackathon, hopefully inspire the next sort of tech enthusiasts and entrepreneurs. So, I want to also thank my wife for basically being the CEO of our household and supporting me with this crazy obsession that I have. And thanks to all of you for the recognition. It's appreciated.
Thank you, Robin. I love your shirt choice. The next award that we're going to present tonight is, this afternoon, excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself, is the Excellence in Education to Anna Keibel, sorry. Kneibel, I'm sorry. I knew I was going to screw up one of the names. This is a Faculty and Administration Award provided by North Hennepin Community College, and we've partnered to present this award of distinction of excellence in education in recognition of the important contribution of faculty to student success. Those honored with this award are also nominated for the Minsky Board of Trustees Award, statewide award of the Excellence in Teaching. This year's recipient is Computer and Office Systems Professor Anna Kneibel. Renee Fry, Dean of Business and Technology, will introduce Anna.
I've had the pleasure of working with Anna for a long time. We'll just leave it at that way. And I still remember as a new faculty member officing with her, and she was such a source of support and inspiration, even though I taught in a completely different department. And so I'm quite pleased that she was selected as this year's Excellence in Education winner. Mike didn't sort of emphasize the fact that this award is about commitment and service to students, to her colleagues, as well as to the institution overall. And Anna teaches one of our introductory computer information systems courses. And this is the course that truly prepares our students not only for academic success, but life success. And you can just imagine with the diverse students that we work with, that she gets all abilities in her classroom. And yet she meets every student where they are in terms of their ability and makes certain that when they walk out of that classroom at the end of the term, that they have a fundamental grasp of the basics of Office and computers and whatnot. And I'm looking at a few heads nodding in the audience because they've had her as a teacher. And so we talk about really the breadth of education opportunities that we offer our students, but Anna is right there at the ground level, making certain that every student has the skills that they need to be successful as they move through their academic pursuits, whatever it might be. In terms of additional service to her colleagues, she has been a longtime coordinator in our area. She is the go-to person from everything from schedules to curriculum management and so on. And frankly, I think I would be lost without her assistance. And I can't imagine that there's anyone in this room who has not served on a committee with her. She is the first person to volunteer. If you put out a note and say, hey, I need somebody's help, Anne is the first person that's at my door saying, what can I do to help? And she gives no matter how big or how small, and her heart is always there, and she sees so much of what is the potential of everything that she does. I've never seen her have a bad day. And everything is about, we're going to make it better. This is going to be a wonderful opportunity. She might shake her head and go, well, that's not quite what I had in mind, but she puts a big smile on her face and she keeps on going. And so, again, I am just absolutely pleased and delighted, and I want to congratulate Anna for this incredible award. And I hope that all of you would join me in saying thank you for the incredible service that she gives to this institution and our students.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Renee. It's such an honor to get the Excellence in Education Award. It means a lot to me, but I really want to honor all of the people who work here too. We need everybody. People working outside keep the grounds look beautiful. I hear that from the students all the time. Inside, it couldn't look more lovely either. And to get the schedules out on the web and have everything done and have all the administration support if you need something, seems like they're willing to work with you, which is really good, or if you amend it a little bit, they're willing to take a look as well. And I think we really don't know what an impact we have on the students. Just, it seems like every year I'm hearing from some students what they've gone on to do now, and it's just so amazing what they're doing. Even recently, I had a student coming into the building. He told me he was getting his doctorate. This is just awesome. But he was here bringing his child. So it was very nice to see that person. And I still stay in contact with students that I had in the 1990s. It's just awesome to see that they go on after they leave us and they're quite successful. If they start small with a class or they go on, they can take a certificate or go on a little longer, you can get a degree. And we always think that they should keep the window open, that they may want to even go further when they leave us and see what else. You never know what they might become. It's just amazing. I've had some of them come to class and they're so scared. They've never been to school. They didn't think they could go. And they end up graduating and going on. I have one right now who's about to move. She's going to finish in October with the classes. She took the short-term 8-week session, and she's going to finish, and she's leaving. She's going to move back with her family. What her dream has been is to go back home. So you just never know whose lives you touch. I want to thank all of you for everything you do here. It takes everybody to make the place work, and it's just been awesome. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna. The next award is for Innovation of the Year, and this goes to the African and African American Leadership and Mentoring Movement. The North Hennepin Community College Innovation of the Year Award is designated to recognize and celebrate college faculty, staff, and groups who have designated or implemented a significant innovation that creates new programs, process improvements, or enhances opportunities available to our campus community. For this award, I'm going to have our Chief Diversity Officer, Michael Burchard, introduce the group.
Thank you. And I'm very happy and proud of the work that these guys have been doing on campus. They've really stepped up to become leaders on campus, to recruit other guys to be leaders as well. They've gone out to schools and mentored at Irondale, Mounds View, Fridley High School, and talking to men's groups, and we bring guys to campus, high school kids to campus, and they've been mentoring them as well as they've been on campus and going into classrooms, a lot of different FYE classes, and talking to students about the importance of staying in school and getting them connected to the campus. And they're just all amazing guys, and their success has been unbelievable. And I know that they'll keep it up in the coming years. So please come up, guys, and say a couple words.
Hey everybody, my name is Hassan Abdul Kareem, and I'm one of the facilitators of the group. How about you guys all introduce yourself?
My name is Paul Kelly.
My name is Robert Foster, one of the co-founders.
Yeah.
My name is, dang, it's a little high. My name is Tyler Mitchell, and I'm also sort of one of the founders, at least. since it began?
So the group began, was it fall of 2011? And we organized maybe 10 of us. And then every semester we talked to our other classmates, talked to our other peers, and the group, it began to build and grow. And we had people around the city that were being successful that came to mentor us and to give us hope and give us some inspiration on our goals. And it was very inspirational to see other successful black men in the community doing a great job. And it just really gave us some inspiration and dreams or helped us get to our dreams. So I'm transferring out, but every semester I don't want to leave because I don't want to leave our group. And this school I love this campus. It was great instructors. And I have a few people that we want to thank before we go. We have Narita Hughes, great woman on campus. We have another member, Olamide. We have Leslie Fillmore, Jim Bohr, Sean Davis, Ben Kiley, Chantel Cruz, Michelle Good, sorry, Noah Lindsay, Tracy Hunter, Jerry, and Jamie Ives also. So just want to say thank you for everybody, and anyone that's ever came to the meeting or hasn't came, please come and join us. We'd love to have you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
North Hennepin Community College's mission is engaging students and changing lives. I think that proves that we're being successful. The next award is for excellence in service. That award will go to 3 individuals: Michelle Good, Sean Olson, and Alice Peterson. The staff and administration of North Hennepin Community College have partnered to award the distinction of Excellence in Education to recognize extraordinary achievement and important contributions of our dedicated professionals and staff and support staff. This year, we are recognizing the 3 individuals, and I'm going to have Chris Boyk introduce Michelle Good, and we'll have her come up first.
Well, I was so happy today and honored that Janet McClellan asked me to present you today. Janet couldn't be here, so she asked me to present you. So thank you for allowing me to do this. When North Hennepin's website became a project to replace it, it had a very aggressive launch date. Michelle stepped into a true leadership role. She identified the website features, requirements, and a design that had significantly improved our website's functionality. Michelle went beyond simply migrating the content into the new structure. She thought through about functionality and usability every step of the way. She considered how our students would use the new site, often pointing out flaws in the navigation and the content structure. Yes, you did. I can say that. Our new website has over 1,000 pages. She touched and was involved in the placement and the content of each and every one. As its most visible and outward-facing representation, nothing could be more important than a college's or a university's website. Hobson's 2010 report on undergraduate student recruitment showed that along with a campus visit, a college's website is the most used source of information for prospective students and their families. No promotional marketing or retention tool is more critical. And of course, our students use our website every day. They use it to access online classes through D2L, to register for classes, to access their email, to find out about canceled classes, our campus events, club meetings, to investigate majors and careers, to read the latest news, and much, much more. Please join me in congratulating Michelle in her 2013 Alexis Excellence in Service Award of serving North Hennepin students.
Thanks, Chris. Chris and her IT team were huge in doing this project that touched like every stakeholder that you can think of in terms of the college and even outside of the college, the students. And so I just wanted to come up here just briefly to thank everybody. I'm honored, but this wasn't just a me thing, this was a we thing. This involved the Web Advisory Committee, who did a ton of work, and they represented each department on campus, and they enlisted the help of others from around campus. And you know, technology, there's always going to be bumps in the road. Rob probably knows a lot about that. Probably could have used his help on some things. But you know what? Our website just keeps getting better and better. And I just am really honored to be here today and just wanted to say thank you, just real briefly. And it's been a privilege working here with everybody, and also as a student, I feel the same passion as a student, that it's been a great experience.
Go to her for that. Her uncanny ability to know facts was demonstrated just a little while before when we sat down today, when I asked her what the Latin word was for an oak tree. And she said she didn't know, but she knew the Latin word for an elm tree, which is, Alice, you say it, almus. So see what I mean? I mean, it is amazing. It is. So she is the one who works diligently behind the scenes, making sure that everything is in order so that students get what they want and need to be successful. I love Alice. I've worked side by side with her for 21 years, and I don't want her to leave. Please don't leave ever, 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 because I love you, Alice. Congratulations.
Look at you guys. Love you all. Well, Shelley said a key phrase towards the end there. It was behind the scenes. I'm not the speaker, I'm the doer. So I don't have a lot to say, except I didn't get here alone. I got here because of Mary Diedrich, who recommended me for the job in Trio. I stayed here. Thank you, Mary. I would not be here without you. I stayed here because Shelley had the foresight and the strength to tolerate me and allow me the creative freedom, and because of Michael Burchard, who always spurred me to think outside the box and try to be more innovative than him, damn it. Now I have Tiffany, and you know what? She's coming along real nice. I look through this room, and I'm trying not to cry because I see so many staff and faculty who have influenced me right from my first day as a student 25 years ago. Jeez. To the students that are still here, the ones that have graduated and have come to share with me this joy, I just think this is the most awesome school. Thank you.
Thank you, Alice. The next award is the Educator of the Year, and that's going to Sarah Van Asten. The Faculty Association awards the distinction of Educator of the Year to a faculty member who has demonstrated excellence in the classroom instruction, service to students and to the college, and also support of the Faculty Association. Deanne Newborg nominated Sarah for this award, and will present the award to her.
So I nominated Sarah because she impressed me immediately. She took the job, and there was no I'm going to settle in. She started making changes immediately to benefit students. She really focused on our developmental level classes, especially our Math 800, saw that it wasn't serving our students appropriately, created a new course, and then we decided maybe it didn't work, but she was trying everything she could think of to help these students. On her sabbatical, she totally revamped our developmental sequence, and she's one of the few faculty members who jumped in on the Statway program that we just are using this year. So that's department. Then if you don't know her face from learner outcomes assessment, I don't know where you've been. She's taken a huge role in that. And back to department, she's recently stepped down from that to be our coordinator, our math department coordinators, and she's got a lot on her hands with our department, I would say. And then, of course, her service to the union. She's currently the vice president of the Faculty Association. She's been officer before, and she coordinated the efforts for MSCF to be represented by people we wanted in office during the last election cycle. She gave us information about which candidates were in a tough struggle, and lots of those people got elected, which makes a huge difference for us and our jobs as faculty right now. So I'm leaving out a lot of stuff. I couldn't get everything that Sarah has done, but thank you very much, Sarah.
Thank you so much. It's a huge honor. I joined the ranks of some amazing faculty many of who are in this room right now. I would just like to encourage all faculty. It means the world just to be nominated, much less to win this award. So even though we're extremely busy and we don't have a lot of time, if you can take the time to nominate someone, it makes all the difference in the world. So thank you, and I encourage everyone to nominate. Let's have like 5 people to vote for this year. That's my goal. Thank you.
Now we get to the 15-year years of service to North Hennepin Community College. When you go back 15 years, you get to 1998. Some interesting facts from 1998. That's the year Bill Clinton was impeached. Arnie Carlson was our governor, and Jesse Ventura was just elected. Pop culture, Time Men of the Year was Bill Clinton and Ken Starr. Carmen Electra and Dennis Rodman were married for 9 days. The popular movies were Saving Private Ryan, Armageddon, A Bug's Life, and Rush Hour. The Billboard #1 hits were Getting Jiggy with It with Will Smith and Candle in the Wind by Elton John. In sports, unfortunately, the New York Yankees won the World Series. Mark McGwire hit 70 home runs, and the Denver Broncos won the Super Bowl. And here at our college, President Ann Winia had been on the job less than a year. The Board of Trustees approved our request to offer an associate degree of science in computer science. And the tuition was $1,720 for Minnesota residents, which was a 14.4% decrease from the previous year. Now on to the awards. The following individuals are getting awards for 15 years. As I read your name, if you could please come forward, and President Larson will give you your award. Elena Blyfield, Dean of Science, Math, and Health Careers. Michael Burchard, Chief Diversity Officer. Megan Jones, Geology Professor. Chantel Harrison, Administrative Specialist. Let's see Chantel. Michelle Johnson, Central Services. That's not here. Cindy Rinta, Account Clerk Senior. Melmua Varadakis. Leisha Palak, I knew I was going to do it. Palakis, I knew I was going to do it. An English faculty member, Don Wendell, who's not present today. Now we'll move on to our people who have retired from our ranks within the last year. We're just going to have them stand if they're present so they can be recognized. Charbanes. Donna Henricks. Ronald Jacobson. Christy Moenbeck. Connie Sherman. Cynthia Pins, I know one of them's here. Sandra Munn, Jim Borer, Kitty Henneman, and Jack Nist. She has not retired yet. Something to look forward to for 2014. And in closing, I'm going to have Acting President Lisa Larson speak.
Well, congratulations again to everyone. It's so deserving. And I'm so taken aback with all of your talent and your spirit and your commitment to everything that we do at the college, for your innovation and your entrepreneurship, to your not giving up on buying land for the college and making sure that we had a place to be, to all of your service. It just means so much to be part of a great college and a great team that sees what we're all about and knows and understands what we're all about, and that they go out and they create giants. Thank you very much.
I'd like to say thank you for attending this afternoon's ceremonies. Please watch your email. Okay. I guess we need photos of the award winners over in the corner over there. Watch your email for nominations for the 2014 Medallion Awards. And if you could please stick around and enjoy some refreshments. There's cake, juice, water, and coffee over there for everybody. And again, stick around and say congratulations to our award recipients, our retirees, and visit with your friends and colleagues. Enjoy your afternoon.